Hey everybody, it's Tarina. How are you guys today? Today I'm going to be doing a Halloween transfer, and it is the Hocus Pocus. This is brand new. This is called Broom Company, and I absolutely love it. We're going to be doing this on our new 18 by 24, which fits perfectly this uh, E-size transfer. So this is one of our big transfers. So I'm just gonna, if you're new to this, you might need somebody to help you with this transfer. But I am so excited about this, and I do have a couple of my fuzz cloths ready. If I need to, I can call Kurt in here to help me. But the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to paint our surface. It comes white. It's distressed white standard. I have some chalk paint that I'm going to be using. So sorry you have to watch paint dry, but I'm just going to use. You can use whatever you want. I'm just using a sponge brush, and we're just going to paint the surface. I like chalk paint. It's similar to chalk paste, although it's an acrylic based paint. It to me is smoother, but you could use acrylic. You could use whatever you've got. Okay. To me, chalk paint seems to dry fast, or chalk paint dries faster. Chalk paste dries tons faster. But I don't want to waste. This is such a huge surface that I don't want to waste my paste on this. If you guys are here, make sure you say hello. And if you feel like it, share out this because, sharing is caring. Appreciate that. If you're watching on the replay, just put hashtag replay. Let's just pour some out here. You're going to notice that our surface is very rustic. So it's got lots of grooves in it. And that's the look of the surface, obviously. I'm just going to I'm just using a sponge brush because it does get into the little nooks and crannies. And I'm not sure, I can't remember where I got this, if I got this at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Just use whatever chalk paint or acrylic that you've got, okay? Might even have been Michael's. I'm not even sure. I hope you guys are doing good. If you guys want the project, just put Hocus Pocus in the comments and I'll get that to you. I will be going around the edge and painting the edge, but we're also going to distress the edge just to give it that rustic look again. Okay. I know people are getting ready and starting, even though it's July, we're starting to make things for the fall. A lot of us are creators that sell stuff at fall vendor events. Also, it's a good time to just, because 4th of July is over, obviously. So it's a good time to start planning for decor for the fall. Back to school stuff. This would also make a fun class. And I'm sorry you have to watch me paint, but it's all part of the project. It actually goes pretty quick. I'm going to go back. Oops, I got some paint on my table. Another reason I like to use, especially on big surfaces like this, the reason I like to use a sponge brush is they're cheap. You can buy them, like at a 10 or 12 pack, and it's relatively cheap. And if you mess it up, just throw it away. That's what I like about it. And again, I am warning you that the surface has a lot of grooves in it. So when you're putting your transfer on it, it's not going to lay down, like the chalk paste is not going to lay down perfect. And that's the look we're going for. Okay. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, not sure what you're doing this Saturday, but this Saturday we are doing a Christmas in July event over on DIY Arts and Crafts. If you're not part of that, that's a free craft group. Just go ahead and you can go search for it, DIY Arts and Crafts group, or you can put DIY in the comments and I can send you that link. But it's a free craft group. And there's, I think, 9 or 10 of us crafters that were doing Christmas projects in July. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for these new surfaces. These just came out last week, and I just got mine in. I'm so excited about it. Any extra paste, any extra paint, you can just put right back in your container. And then I'm just going to go around the edge. I'm not going to do 2 layers of paint. Just getting that side. And then we're going to dry this. Get this side over here. Because where I'm going to hang it up, it will show. The sides will show. So I want to make sure that I cover that up. And like I said, this is an 18 by 24 surface, and it fits our E-size transfers. Let me just flip this so I can get this end. Sorry. It's really close up, I'm sure. All right, and then we'll put this down, and then let's dry this. I just didn't want any pools of paint. Put the lid on this, and then, like I said, you can toss your brush if it's all messed up. This one seems okay, so I'll just set it to the side for now. But I am a hot mess. Look at that. I've got to clean that up. Hope you guys are having a good day. I haven't been on in a while. I got really sick, you guys, and I've been trying to come back and do some videos, and I just was sick. I was after we went out of town, I came back, and probably a couple days later I got sick. I didn't have COVID. I didn't, nothing like that. It was just, man, I'm telling you, I was not well. All right, wipe this off here. Okay, now let's grab the heat tool and we're going to dry this off. You really want to make sure that this paint is dry. You want to make sure that everything is nice and dry. before going on to the next part. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, it is, even if you had to leave this like overnight or walk away, put it out in the sun, whatever, then what we're going to do is we're going to take our surface wax and we're going to wax the board. Soften it up just a little bit. The reason why we use surface wax is so that the transfer does not stick to the surface. My wax is, this one is kind of old, so it's a little, you can always heat it up a little bit, make it softer. And you do want to cover the entire thing. It doesn't take a lot. You don't want it to be caked on. Again, you don't want your transfer to stick to the surface and pull the paint off. That's really the main reason we use the surface wax. Make it a workout here. Again, if you want to get this project, just put Hocus Pocus in the comments and I can send it to you. I have newer wax, but I'm trying to use up all my wax before I open another one. Oops. Okay. So then what we're going to do is I flip my little rag over. We're going to buff it. And nice and smooth. You don't want it to be like you don't want your fingers to go over it and have that, like I feel that right here. Nice and smooth. That feels really good. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my lid on that. I'm going to grab my, first I'm going to center that so you guys can see that okay. I'm going to grab my fuzz cloths and let's see, my transfer. Now, the easiest way for me to fuzz this is going to be lay it down on a flat surface. And then I'm going to use my fuzz cloths just like this. And it just de-stickifies the stickiness of the transfer just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. And we're not getting fancy with this, you guys. We're just doing white on the black because it is so detailed. You really don't need much else. So we're just going to center that on my surface. The nice thing is these are reusable, so you can lift it up and move it and change it. It's not going to hurt it. Okay. Pull it over to the right a little bit. Sorry. Probably going to be the longest thing other than the painting is to centering. There we go. I'm just trying to get that edge straight on there. There we go. All right. Now again, I'm going to let you know that the surface is uneven. Okay. So if it doesn't lay down exactly perfect, it's because the surface is uneven. Okay. So don't stress about that. We're going to start at one end. Before I do that, I am going to try to get as many bubbles out as I possibly can. Okay, I do have my large 4-inch squeegee, and then I also have a small squeegee, and that just kind of gets it started. Okay. Just kind of spread it out. You can never use too much. I guess you could, but it's not a big deal because you can just put it right back in the container. Okay. I'm trying to go different ways just because of the texture on the surface. Trying to get it into all the nooks and crannies. So I'm going to scrape off this, put it right back in the container. And then I'm just going to make sure that I get everything covered. Scrape off any excess. And again, it's not going to be perfect on the bottom, but we're trying to go for pretty darn close. Okay. And I'm just trying to make sure that I did cover up all the pieces on the transfer. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, no, we're not. Right here on that S. Okay. Let's pull this up and see what we've got. Look at that. That looks pretty darn good, you guys. Wow. Wow. You guys, that looks so pretty. Okay, I'm going to just stick this on the backer sheet and we can wash it off in the sink in a little bit. Okay. I'm going to dry. Well, first of all, let me put the lid on my chalk paste. That looks pretty darn good. Now, there's a couple places, again, like I said, there's a couple places right here and right here, because of the impressions in the wood that I probably will clean up a little bit with a little bit of black paint and a paintbrush. But I love how it has like a crack in the H right here because that's one of the slats. I think that's just gives it a lot of character. So let me grab a teeny little paintbrush. I'm just going to kind of give you an idea. I won't take up the time here to do this all, but if you go around and now I've got this tool. This is a Chocateur tool. It has a little pointed edge. This is kind of a good one to use. I love using those. And then I also have a little thin paintbrush. I'm not sure which one I'm going to love more, but you can go around with the paint and just kind of clean up a line. You guys, I hope my head's not in the way. You can clean up a line. Just like that. That's so if I'm not sure that I'm going to do this to every little area, but you could. Don't overstress yourself though to like, oh, I need every line cleaned up perfect. You don't. I just think that there's a couple of lines that I'm looking at specifically that just need to be a little bit more clean to me. And again, if you guys are interested in getting this project, just put Hocus Pocus in the comments and I can send it to you. I can send you the link. See, just that little tiny bit just really made a difference to me. And it's not even perfect, but it's just kind of filling in the cracks where it bled just a teeny bit. And I think right here's the other part. Because again, it's really like a grooved area right here. So it's just a matter of cleaning up the line. And this is really, it's like a really grooved area. So let me see if my little pointy thing will help better. I'm not sure if it's better. I think I have more control over this one. And again, not perfect because I don't really want it to be perfect. I want it to look rustic and worn and more hand done. But what I'm doing right now is I'm finding all these little imperfections going, oh, I need to fix it. No, I don't need to go and fix everything. So I need to just stop. All right. I think it's awesome. But I might go through and just clean a couple more up. But again, I'm not going to get overly crazy fixing a lot of stuff because again, I do want it to look rustic. There is a white spot right here that didn't go through because again, there's a lot of lines. So I probably will fix that right there. And then the F, because it was in a groove, also didn't come through. So I might put a little bit of white chalk paste there. Um, Other than that, it looks fabulous. I will do this offline. I'm going to just sand the edges and make it look a little more roughed up, but I didn't want to keep you guys all day. I hope you love this project. Again, Hocus Pocus in the comments. And if you want this project, this has been Tarina with Create with Tree. That's me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.